Odds makers have Barcelona away installed as favorites on Saturday in Madrid. Of course, Real winning the reverse fixture 3-1 back in October. Forget what they have to say. What about our guys? What picks did they make? All right, so Sid's got Real Madrid winning 2-0. Jules for a 2-2 draw. I like the sound of that. Stevie and Ale going 2-1 Barcelona. Sid, I'll start with you. Real Madrid to keep a clean sheet without Ramos, without Varane? Interesting.
Well, look what happened in the Liverpool game. Now, I know they did concede in that game, so there's a small flaw in this argument. But what Real Madrid did, of course, was partly protect a very inexpert and very inexperienced back four by keeping the ball. And keeping the ball with that midfield that I think is very, very secure and very, very sure of itself. Now, as I say, I think there's a chance that for fitness reasons and in terms of freshness that one of them doesn't play. I think there's a chance that it's a midfield four instead of a three. So maybe Valverde plays one of them. Maybe you get someone even like Isco in there. And I think that he might try and protect that back four with the midfield. I also think if you look at Real Madrid and you look at the way that they won the league last season, in those final 11 games in particular, you look at the way that they've picked up the big results this year, they've tended to be relatively conservative. Not entirely conservative. We're still talking about Real Madrid. We're still talking about an attacking team. But I think Zidane's awareness that, okay, we may not have the players, we may not have the BBC anymore that outscores other teams, so we need to make sure we don't concede and know that at some point a goal will come. And in this run that we were talking about earlier, where Real Madrid, I think, have lost only one in 19, a lot of those victories are really not very good. They're not very exciting. They're not very creative. They're not very attacking. Just as if you look at that run of 11 games that won them the league last year, it's very hard to remember a game where you thought, wow, Real Madrid were brilliant, if you like, in an expansive sense. But there's a security about them now that we just didn't see 2 or 3 months ago. But it's a security that we see so often. How many times has Zidane been on the edge? How many times have we said, oh, this is a big week for them, they have to win? The bad news for Real Madrid is they can't afford to lose this game. But the good news is also that they can't afford to lose this game, because when they're in that position, they have this amazing ability to get that result that they need.
Jules, you've got this one going down 2-2. We've had so many big match duds across Europe this season. Why do you think it'll be different this time?
I think Messi will score because that's what Messi does in the Clasicos. He scored as many goals on his own than the whole Real Madrid squad all put together in Clasicos. So, you know, it's inevitable. Karim Benzema is going to score because that's what Karim does in big games. He scores as well. We've seen that this season. And I just think that with that makeshift defense for Real, I think they will get exposed. And I also think that they're going to score. And I want to see Vinicius against Sergio Dest or wherever he plays. And if he can pick it up when he left it against Liverpool and be finally consistent like we've been waiting him to be for a long time now. So that's why I thought a lot of goals and a draw could be a fair result.
If we look at the odds for who's actually going to win La Liga, you'll see Real Madrid there getting the third best odds. Sid, you've got Real Madrid beating Barcelona. So are you telling me Real Madrid's going to win the league then?
I really don't know. I mean, genuinely, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I started to see the slip from Atletico Madrid. I thought that Barcelona would win the league. I thought that Barcelona were the only one of the 2 teams behind Atletico Madrid that could get close enough to them. And suddenly we see Real Madrid in this position, which it's bizarre that they're in this position in a way. There have been so many weeks when it's, okay, that's it. They don't win this game, it's done. And then they find a way through. And then they find a way to survive. Look at the late equaliser against Atletico Madrid, the late equaliser against Real Sociedad, the comebacks, the amount of times that they've done this. And you just wonder if at some point that just kind of builds into a momentum. I think... and I hate to say this because it would be very nice if someone else won the league, but I think Atletico Madrid's title challenge is coming to an end, and I think it's between Real Madrid and Barcelona. And if Madrid win this, I think we'll all say they're favourites. And it's not to say they definitely win it, but I think we'll all say they're favourites if they win this game.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.